So the last thing, when you draw on top, I just want you doing it using black lines, and that's it. Like and shapes, black lines and shapes. And I go through the three basic tools for creating lines. So you have the pen tool, you have this tool called the curvature tool, and then I'm also asking you to use the pencil tool. And the pencil tool is where it says shaper is actually located here. So I'll start with the pencil tool. Pencil tool is just like free form lines. So I'm just drawing like free form. And once I drew that, I noticed that I have these diagonal lines, so it means I have no stroke for that. So I have to give it a stroke color. I can go up here and make it black. So now I have this black line. So the pencil tool is free form. It lets you just kind of sketch and draw. It's a little interesting though, because if you use the pencil tool and you draw near another line, and let's see, it can be a little, it can, sometimes what you can do, and I think I have that feature turned off. So if I double click on this, so another thing is you double click on a tool, you get options. So there's this smooth option for the tool. So sometimes you may draw a line and it may change. It's not doing it to me now, so I think that's fine. But yeah, so if it does that though, what you can do is double click on it, and I believe you turn off edit selected paths. There you go. So this edit selected paths, if that's turned on and I have a line and I draw near it, it should change. Yeah, it's doing it now. So see how I draw a new line and it's like modifying it? It does it sometimes and it's a little wonky, but if you find it being weird like that, just go in here and turn off edit selected paths. So that's free form. The pen tool, the way this works is you draw a point, you draw another point, and you're getting a more precise line as you do it point by point. But if you click and drag, you get this little handle, and that's your Bezier handle, and that creates a curved line. So you're creating a curve when you click and drag, and you have this handle. And as you're drawing, if you want to stop, let's say, and you want to end that line, you can hit it, escape, and then you can draw a new line. So you hit escape on the keyboard, and you can draw something new. And then the last one is this curvature. And the curvature is a version of the pen tool that's actually a little bit easier to use because you draw these dots and then the curve kind of naturally flows. And I explain these tools in videos in the module. The curvature one is another tool where if you have a line and you draw another line with the curvature tool again, it might want to continue or affect the other line. So sometimes what I have to do is create a new layer and work in that new layer with, if you want to add another curvature and not disrupt something that I already have. So those are the basic drawing tools. You'll have to get used to them. And the point of this first assignment is for you to do that, is to experiment with the lines and see how well you can kind of control things and get familiar with how these lines work, these three main drawing tools. And then you can use the shape tools as well. So the shape tools are pretty self-explanatory. So using the rectangle tool, ellipse tool, so we have these tools that you can use. And then you can use the line tool. So if you want to start connecting things together, you can use that. And then there's some other tools you can play with too. So if you want to play with the spiral tool or the arc tool, you can play with these as well. You can see I've kind of, in my examples, I think I've used the spiral tool. And that's kind of like a very basic rundown of the main tools. And then once you're done with that composition, you can turn off the template. You go to File, Save As, and save it as a PDF right here. And then that's what you submit to Canvas. So this is assignment 2.